How's it going? Everybody doing well? Scot Loyd, unusual spelling of my name, 1 T and 1 L. My parents couldn't afford the extra consonants. You might notice I'm an old guy. Yep, just became a grandpa. Thank you. My son's killing it, great dad. Way better than I was at his age. In fact, when I was his age, I was working at a Fruit of the Loom factory. I was in underwear. Who knows, I may have had a hand in yours. I started in underwear, but I really wanted to be in socks. I was always like, hey, is there an opening in socks? Can you put in a good word for me with the socks people? Socks was a premium position. Socks got a lot of foot traffic. Underwear was more of a hand job. Rumor had it in our factory, they made space socks. Are you familiar with space socks? You know, it's the socks that the astronauts wear on the International Space Station. Like 24/7, they're floating around in socks. I mean, what kind of sweet job is that? I feel like shoes separates fun from work, right? Shoes is right up there with pants. You have shoes, pants equals business. No shoes, no pants, risky business. That was a good movie. But yeah, it'd be sweet to be an astronaut. It'd be sweet to have a conversation with an astronaut. Have you ever seen these interviews they do with the astronauts? People are asking questions like, yes, can you tell me more about this experiment that you're conducting? Or what are the implications for Mars colonization? I'm like, screw that, tell me more about these socks. My wife is here tonight. We've been married for 30 years. My wife is here to support me, and by support, I mean she is here to judge me. I see she brought her friends. It's a whole panel of judges. I feel like I'm competing at the Olympics. But no, like I said, we've been married for 30 years. If you've been married for any length of time like that, you know that you've got to work to keep things exciting. So, like a good husband, I started reading articles and watched a video, listened to a podcast, and this guy says, if you want to recapture the romance, you need to go back and do what you were doing when you were dating. I'm like, cool, I can do that. So I put on some deodorant, brushed my teeth, changed my underwear, borrowed my mom's car and took her to McDonald's. Yeah, it's really crazy, but you know, sometimes I'll put a lot of thought into it and come up with a romantic date night, and I'll take her to CVS. We'll walk down the personal hygiene aisle. That really gets her going. Somebody's getting lucky tonight. Clean up on aisle 5. Yeah, it's great. But every once in a while, she will surprise me. For instance, the other night we were going to do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, and she starts asking me questions. This is foreplay after 3 decades, right? Other couples, you know, they're into lotions and lingerie and handcuffs and candles, whips and chains. Not at my house. We're having conversation. Like, for instance, the other night, my wife walks into the bedroom, looks me up and down, and says, after 3 decades of marriage, every time we make love, you insist on wearing socks. I looked at her and said, yeah, baby, I always wanted to be an astronaut. Thank you, that's my time, Scot Loyd. Thanks for coming to my midlife crisis. Have a good night.
Keep going, Scot Loyd.